A globetrotter, he has courted the company of many distinguished people. He has the statistics and facts to serve as signposts encouraging him on his way. In Africa, 12-year-old boy kills their neighbors with AK-47 rifles. In China, 7,000 magnificent moon bears have to endure concentration camp conditions in cages where they are milked for their bile used in medicine. In South Korea, dogs are beaten to death for meat. Sheep are dumped in the sea en route from Australia to Indonesia and the Middle East. 2 billion animals are killed every week for our palate. Sharks have their fins chopped off and are thrown back into the sea, writhing in agony so rich folks can enjoy shark fin soup. Millions of animals endure ghastly conditions in circuses and zoos to provide entertainment to humans. Dairy farms utilize millions of liters of water and pollute seas by dumping toxic waste. Cows and calves are treated like junkyard scrap in dairy farms that make tons of money. But as many of his heroes before time, he soldiers on, drawing inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy concerning social workers.
I must say, the most beautiful word ever written at any time, in any country, in human history, came from India. 5,000 years ago, from the Upanishads. Ahimsa, non-violence to any living being. Now at law school we learned about this notion called that we have a duty of care. When we drive across the road, we have a duty of care. When we employ somebody, we have a duty of care. When someone comes to our house, we have a duty of care. But nowhere in the world, anywhere, is there notion that we should have a duty to care. And we do have a duty to care. And it is nowhere in the world except for the Indian Constitution. The only country in the world where animal rights is enshrined in a national constitution. All Indians should be very proud of having that.
His feelings were developed by a childhood experience when he saw spider webs in his school. As a boy, he was fascinated by the complex spider webs and small creatures. He gently would touch each strand and try to predict how the shape of the web would change. Touch one strand and the web changes forever. It always changed in unpredictable non-linear ways. He called it My Enchanted Web. It taught him that in life everything is connected to everything. We are all inextricably linked together.
In human history, only 100 billion human beings have ever lived. And yet we torture and we kill 3 billion sentient living beings every week. That is a crime of unimaginable proportions. And I see now that many politicians are bragging that India has the largest livestock herd in the world. That is no longer a measure of pride. We now know that greenhouse gas emissions from livestock through methane exceeds those of transport. That is cars, trains, buses, ships, the whole lot. Livestock is a lot worse. And methane is 24 times more potent than CO2.